I'm having trouble hearing stuff.
Sorry, Coach, that might be me with several post-game things going on. I was asking about turnovers. They popped up at just the wrong time in that second half in OT. How do you correct those?
We just got to get better with the ball. I mean, it's been a major problem for 2 years here now. We have some games where we take care of the ball. When we do, we play well and we win. And when we don't, we struggle. But I mean, a lot of that is just individual guys making better plays and being more solid with the ball. They were very physical tonight, a lot of grabbing and holding, and we've got to play a lot stronger.
Coach, in the overtime, how do you just kind of regather the troops and get it? Because, again, you get a 6-point lead with 30 seconds left, and all of a sudden you're in overtime.
Well, because we didn't handle the pressure and I didn't take a timeout. That's why. Our guys handled overtime fine, though, as far as playing. There was no letdown. And listen, like, we haven't had an emotional letdown, a lack of resilience, none of that. You know, we've given away leads and come back and played. We did it tonight in the overtime. That was not a problem. Turnovers, they made shots. We had some defensive breakdowns. We didn't handle their pressure at the end of regulation, but nothing emotional, nobody hanging their heads. That did not go on at all tonight.
Coach, defensively, it seemed like there were just a few situations in the second half where they were able to get into the heart of your defense and convert some layups. That had obviously been the emphasis so far this season. You've done a great job. What happened tonight? Were there breakdowns of communication or late rotations? What was it?
Well, they hit some threes, and that's what happens when you haven't been together a long time and you don't buy in. And so they hit some threes, and so some guys didn't pull in and take drives away. And the thing is, it doesn't help you on the threes anyway, because now the guy's downhill. It's either a layup or you come and help, and they're kicking it out and getting corner threes. Obviously, we were at about 36 points a game in the paint through the first 5, 48 and 50 in the last 2 games. That's the problem. And then we'll go back and look and see how many of those 19 threes came from the ball being down in the heart of the defense. We have got to keep the ball out of the paint.
Hey, Stan, Christian Clark with NOLA.com. What did you just think about the looks that Brandon got specifically down the stretch in that game? Did you like them?
What I didn't like, but it's understandable, is we're trying to catch our breath. So we were going into a short clock all the time, and he was having to take difficult shots. I really wanted to push the ball up the floor. But listen, when you're in an overtime game and you've left guys out there a long time and they've played 39, 40 minutes, that's hard to do. So, we did not get the shots I would have liked to have gotten, but nobody's fault but mine on that.
What's up, Coach? This is Will from The Athletic. Can you walk us through the decision of leaving Zion on the bench to start OT? And do you think maybe you left him over there a little bit too long?
I wanted to bring him back in, Will, at the 3-minute mark. He'd been out there a long time. He was gassed, I thought. And then I had him at the bench, and I probably should have called a timeout to get him back in, because I had him at the bench at 2:50, something like that. And then the clock kept running down, so he got in too late. A lot of bad game coaching decisions by me tonight.
Stan, Scott Kushner with NOLA.com. Christian and Will kind of took my questions there, but just overall, the last 2 minutes, your offense doesn't seem to be looking the way that it looks kind of the rest of the game. Is that by design? Is that a flaw that's kind of popping up? And where do you kind of see this going moving forward?
Well, listen, I think that we've got to get more movement late in the game. I think that, we were just riding Brandon and it was going well, and we probably rode it out too long, just needing one score in regulation and then back and forth in the overtime. So, we should have run some different stuff and gotten more movement. I think that's a fair criticism of what's going on. But, we're trying to get the ball in our best players' hands and play out of it. He didn't really have the juice left to penetrate and get to the rim, so he had to rely on the pull-up, which he's good at. But again, we saw it San Antonio game. We ride him so hard, and then he sort of runs out of gas. We should have done something a little different.
Coach, second chance points have been such a key for you in the first half. In the second half, there were just a number of possessions where you did get those second and third opportunities to score and just couldn't close those out. Was fatigue any part of that?
I don't know. We've been actually having a problem with that, David. If you look, I didn't look after last night's games, but after our last game, I think we were second or third in the league in offensive rebound percentage, but only 10th in the league in second chance points. So we have not really been very good converting. And so hopefully that'll improve because guys are working really, really hard.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.